This film, Lucia and Nicole, was about a young girl who got kicked out of her parents' house for being gay, and her best friend's family takes her in. I think it's really heartwarming to see Lucia's family be so open-minded in letting their daughter's friend stay, and also in the idea that their daughter might be gay as well. I think it really goes to show how easy acceptance can really be, and the concept of loving unconditionally. The mom kind of comes to terms with it very quickly, and the dad was accepting the whole time and kind of suspected it since she was young. I liked the concept of the film, and I think that they were able to fit in a good amount of story in 10 minutes.
Lucia and Nicole, what an amazing little film. I mean, it's a bit short, sure, but it has a lot of heart. I really care about the characters. I think it's made with a lot of passion, and it has a lot to say about, how people come together when they really need it. I love the relationship, the friendship between these two girls, and I love how the family accepts the girl after she's kicked out of her house. I think this is something a lot of people can relate to. I know a lot of people who has gone through this kind of situation, and it's a beautiful example of human decency. So well done, and yeah, it was a powerful piece. I hope you get to make more short films and even some feature films. Well done.
Lucia is lucky to have a mom that's so compassionate and understanding. Nicole's story is quite sad. It's quite familiar for a lot of kids that are living out on the street, but it's still sad. I mean, even if you disagree with homosexuality, you don't kick your child out. And it is a familiar story. She's just very lucky to have a compassionate friend that looks like she could be potentially more one day, but right now a friend who will put a roof over her head, who has a family that understands and supports them. It's really a moving film because it's something that is a story that we hear about a lot, but we don't really see visualized a lot. It's one of those things that needs to be talked about more, because just because you don't agree with something your kid does or who they are doesn't mean you kick them out. And it's something that film really does show it in a compassionate way about what it physically looks like. At the beginning, they had great makeup on Nicole to make it look like she had bags under her eyes and dirt on her face. She really looked like she was rough. And then by the end, she's in light clothes. She looks like she's coming back to herself. It's just, she's finally in a place that will support her. No matter what she chooses, whether she wants to go to college or just get a job, they support her. Where she's getting a new family. It's a film that is quite bittersweet because while it has an uplifting ending and she's on her way up, it is based on something that's realistic in this world.
Lucia and Nicole. This is visually crafted to perfection. I really loved it. How it looks. The cinematography is stunning. The scene design really stands out. Everything from the color palette to the framing is carefully considered, adding depth and atmosphere to the story. It has that call me by your name energy, like realistic but very emotional, subjective, romantic, capturing the beauty of the moment and the rawness of these characters' emotions. And I think it's a look that is very popular nowadays and really captures, I think, our era somehow. That being said, while the visuals shine, I felt like the narratives felt slightly on the nose at times. Lines like my mom kicked me out because I'm gay are clear, but I feel like could have been handled a bit more subtly. I say this just because I feel like the emotional resonance around Lucia potentially being gay at the end doesn't feel fully set up, and by the end the story could have used a bit more conflict to give this emotional punch, the emotional punch it needs. But that said, it's an engaging film with great potential, beautifully shot, just for me needing a bit more depth in the emotional journey. But at the same time, it is a style, realistic, raw, that works even without any conflict, just like a slice of life, I guess, look into how these lives are impacted by each other. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.